had a good idea for a video. We could tell people about the fight that we got into the other day.
Never really know what's going on. Look at me sometimes like all you want to do is run. Hear me out, hear me out. It's all the
People would be interested in it. Leon. Where is he? There he is. Leon is loving his new haircut. He keeps looking in the mirror and punching it. You're so cute, Leon. Love you. You shy?
That's mommy. Mommy?
Yeah, that's mommy. You gonna make a video?
Yes.
Monday, it's our day off from the restaurant, but we're pretty busy because we are planning a big trip next week, actually in a few days. Luke is at school. Oh, Leon. And let me show you what I'm having for breakfast. I'm trying to eat really healthy before this trip. Hey, and stop kicking me. Cucumber, radish, MCT oil, nutritional yeast, a little Swiss cheese. I'm gonna eat this and then I'm gonna have a little leftover ribeye as my protein. This is a new outfit. I got the pants at Central and the shirt is brought to you by my clothing company, Grace and Joy. Go to shopgraceandjoy.com and you can use my code and get 20% off, Lily20. And I have a new look going on because we're going on an adventure and I need something for outdoors. Are you excited about the outdoors adventure, Leon? Are you excited to go? I had my salad and now I'm gonna have my protein. Some pasture-raised veal pate. I get this from Paleo Robbie. It's a company in Bangkok. I get nearly all of my meat products from them and they ship to right to our house. Watt also loves this. It looks like he's already dug into this. I think I'll just eat it like this. Organ meats are a superfood, especially beef. Organic grass-fed beef liver. Looks so pretty. Liam, what do you have? Water balloon? Leon's favorite thing is water balloons, right?
Yes.
She just woke up from her nap. Are we going somewhere, Juan? Where are we gonna go? A surprise?
surprise.
Where are we gonna go? Where are we gonna go? Sorika. You know that one? This is Naton Pier, and it's on the west side of the island. It's really beautiful for sunsets, and the water goes so far out because it's so blue. Lyla! Beautiful view. We are at one of my favorite restaurants, KOB. They have locations all over the island, but this is the first time I've been into the Naton one, and it's really pretty here. It's so nice to eat breakfast and be able to look out at the sea. So much on the menu. How would I? What do you want? What are you gonna have? Is that my donut or is that your donut? That's Leon's donut. Rồi mày rồi. Rồi có. Now this is my favorite pastry that they have here. It is the raspberry Danish. It has that light glaze on top. It has a warm custard, a tart raspberry sauce here, and they heat this up, so it's extra delicious. There's a lot of new coffee shops that open in Koh Samui, and the reason why they're successful is because they all have really good coffee. Okay, Lila's gonna go in the carrier. We hardly ever put her in this, but we forgot the stroller. Mom, you gonna take her? Okay. You go in, Mom. I think she's been in this maybe one other time. You guys, I've been posting on TikTok, and it's really funny because I've been resharing stories that I've shared here and summarizing things up. And I remember this one time back before I had blown up on YouTube. I think I was at like 1,000 followers. I wasn't monetized yet, and Watt took me to his village, to his hometown, and we got a flat tire, and he was really upset, and I was filming, and he was like, "Oh, why are you filming this?" And I was like, "Why? This is important. I can make money on YouTube one day." And he's like, "Oh, I'll never make money on YouTube." And 6 weeks later, after that happened, my channel blew up, and that video went viral, and it has like almost 1 million views, I think. The only person that ever really believed in me and encouraged me was my mom. So thank you, Mom. We're here at Hinta Hinyai to show Sanai Wen, the most famous site in Koh Samui. This is definitely famous for Thai people because all Thai people come here. When they first come to Koh Samui, they have to come here, right?
Yeah.
Why?
Come to see the
Grandfather and grandmother rock. It's the story of creation. The water is so clear. You see it? What do you think? What do you think, Sanai Wen? What is that? There it is. What do you think that looks like? I don't know. I think Sanai Wen's shy. The mother rock. Everyone's getting their picture in front of the big rock. This is Hinyai, you guys. What do you think, Nam? Chop? Let's get one of those coconut candies. Okay, these are famous caramel candies. Yum? Ooh, big bite. They're so soft. This is the caramel candy, and it's really soft. Dips it in the toasted sesame seeds. These are all different flavors. Caramel, pandan. Look how soft this is. It's soft and sticky. It sticks to your finger. So if you're here, make sure you try these candies because they're so good. I love the toasted sesame seed. What? It's alright. I need to get an ice cold coconut here because it's hot outside. Which way are we going? What?
Mountain way.
How do you know which way to go?
Riding out the way, all the ebbs and flows used to bring me down. I'm stronger now.
So So there was a complete breakdown of all communication in our relationship. Yes, a fight broke out, and it was because the sink, the kitchen sink had been clogged for about 6 weeks. Watt tried to fix it his way, I tried to fix it my way, and nothing really worked. It was just slowly draining, and it was really annoying for me and Nam, who are here most of the day while Watt's working at the restaurant. Now, I don't know anything about sinks, but Watt said it was a problem with where the water was going to. He could not find out where the water was draining to. Now, if you've been watching our channel, you'll know that we bought this house just a few months ago, and it's our first home that we've ever owned. I don't really know anything about being a handy woman. Watt is definitely not a handyman. He used to be a fisherman. He can do a lot of things. He can gut a fish, pick out the best fish in the market. If we were stuck on a deserted island, I'm sure he could keep us alive for many days. He's just not that mechanical. So he keeps putting off fixing the sink. Finally, I'm like, Watt, we have to get this sink fixed. And then I went on Koh Samui expat group and I asked, is there a plumber in the Mae Nam area? So people on the expat group suggest this English guy who, in hindsight, I should have immediately reached out to. But Watt went ahead and found 2 Thai men to come in and do the work. They start working at the sink. They say that they need to drill a hole and let the water empty out the side of the house. They're trying to explain to me that the water is not going anywhere. I think maybe before the water was going out that way, but they couldn't get access to that. So they built this. They put a hole in, put the tube that goes all the way out there to the side yard. That's not really ideal, but I can live with that, right? They already did it. They have the water now is draining out this side. I look out and he's put this bucket thing. I'll show a picture to you. So it reminds me of a bucket from a mop that you would clean a mop. And they say all of the food particles that come out the sink are gonna go into this and somebody's gonna come out regularly and clean this out. And I'm like, what? This is not what I want. What are the other options? So at this point, my anxiety level has increased. And I'm just thinking, like, what are the other options? Can you explain to me, like, can you do something better? Can you put it under the ground? Like, I don't know what the options are to dispose of dirty water. And they're just looking at me, Watt, and then the Thai guy. Watt doesn't know. He's just relying on the other 2 Thai men to tell him there are options. I'm like, what are the neighbors doing? They look over the neighbors, like, we don't know what they're doing. And I was like, can you drill the water this way and put a tube down underground and put it out by the driveway? They're like, yeah, well, then all the water's gonna puddle up there. And then the guy's like, I have another option. We can drill the hole out and take the water out to the corner of the house, but then it's gonna get all dirty over there. No, I don't want the corner of my house to have dirty, sludgy water being emptied there because we do want to eventually put in a pool someday. But Watt's like, why do you care if you have to empty out this sludge stuff? Nam said she'll do it. So I go back into the house and I ask Nam, what do you think of this? And she's like, this is not good, Lily. This is not good. And then I go out and I tell Watt, I was like, what? Even Nam thinks this is a bad idea. And Watt's like, at this point, Watt is really upset. And Watt's about to get on his motorbike and drive away. And then I come out and I'm like, this is what you always do. You always just run away from the problems, the communication. You don't even care about communicating with your wife. So I just so happened to have my American friend Liz stop by our house so her son could play with Luke and we could hang out. And she was here and she was seeing what was happening and she saw the bucket thing. And she was like, no, Lily, you don't want that. That's what they had at my old house. And that's one of the reasons why I moved, because that stuff gets so dirty. It doesn't really work. It's disgusting. So then Watt comes back in and he just sits down on the sofa and crosses his arms and shuts down. So now this battle is 3 against 3. Watt and his 2 Thai plumber friends and me, Liz and Nam together saying, no, this is not a good idea. There's tension in the house. So I'm praying. And then I get an idea. Oh, that Facebook group that I was on. I find the guy on the Facebook group and I start messaging him and explaining to him the problem. And he sends me a message back right away. Have you got a septic tank in the garden for all your wastewater? So I come out the opposite side here on the other side of the house to look for the septic tank. I don't know if there is a septic tank. Do you guys see one? But that clue, it's a septic tank that I need, right? So I Google search septic tank, look on Google Images, and I go to Watt and I say, this is what we want, a septic tank. Show him the image. I do a Google Translate of septic tank in Thai. I show him how it's like this contraption thing and the water and the sludge is empties out and the water goes out, and you might have to call somebody to come empty it every 3 to 5 years according to Google. So then Wat asks the Thai guy, and I show him a picture, and he's like, oh, well, that's gonna be 10,000 baht, which is like $300. And I was like, okay, yeah, that's what I want. And I was like, okay, yeah, that's fine. This is our house. It's like important, right? To invest in your house to make everything work properly. I mean, we might want to list this on Airbnb one day or rent it to some people. We want to have everything made right. So they went and got the septic tank. They installed the septic tank. It only took like a couple hours. I was so confused. I was like, why did they not tell me that was my option to put in a septic tank? Why was that so difficult to figure it out? Luke's friend Ben was there, and he was like, well, maybe they just thought that was so expensive that they didn't think that you would want it. And I was like, oh, that's nice, Ben. Yeah, they probably just thought that was too expensive and I would never want that. And Luke was like, Mommy, I told you, don't worry, Mommy. You don't need to worry, Mommy. So then the guys were finishing up, and my kids, they were all looking, and then the guys started looking back, and then they were like, make sure you're careful with your kids. They could open the lid and fall in. And it was like kind of like they were implying that I'm like the crazy Western woman who insisted on getting her a fancy septic tank, and it could be a danger for my kids. And the guy even picked up a plant from over there and put it on top of the septic tank lid. Okay, maybe kids fall into septic tanks sometimes, but the likelihood of them taking the top off and wanting to go jump in a septic tank is very slim to none. Our septic tank! Yay!
Die in it. Yay.
So what? Are you happy you got the sink fixed?
Yes.
It was actually good because it was a combined effort. You found those two Thai guys, and I found the answer, which was the septic tank, right? How do you say septic tank in Thai?
ถังบำบัดน้ำเสีย
Now we know, and we learned a lot. The reality, when you are married in a multicultural relationship, there's going to be cultural barriers, which is what happened when those Thai men, they didn't understand that I would want to pay that much, which, you know, for my Western standard, it's not that much considering that this is my house. And then us just being ignorant of the fact that a house needs a septic tank to dispose of the dirty water. I hope you enjoyed this story, and I will see you in the next video. God bless you all.